Hey guys, welcome back. So as you can see, there's parts everywhere. The engine is completely, I set out to do what I wanted to do. There's a lot that has happened. There's a lot that had to take place to get here. So when you do watch this video, it's going to be a long format. I try to just show, every single thing with regards to what I did to get all of the stuff off the oil pan, to get the crank out. I stop in between and I do small little dialogues with regards to what I needed to do to get that off, to get this out. So I think it's quite an informative video. I try to take that format with regards to capturing as much as possible. So this is going to be a long video. So I do recommend get your beverages, I'm going to upload this early in the morning in South African time or African time. So for those of you watching in America or Europe, obviously it'll be different time zones. But I mean, get your favorite beverage, sit down, watch the episode. I'd like to hear from you what your thoughts are. There will be another video where I actually discuss what's happened with this crank. Some good news, in my opinion. And the next follow-up video, I will actually discuss, with regards to what my plans is, or what my plans are, not is, what my plans are with regards to reassembling. So this here is the old block that came out of the engine, and there's something that I'm going to do here. And that is the, as Matt Armstrong will say, the new second-hand block. So that one is still fine. And Ollie is in the way. Hey, enough. Say hello. Hey, Daisy's smiling. Anyway, so yeah, sit back, relax, enjoy the video. Again, let me know what your thoughts are, what your, did you enjoy it? I'd really love to hear from you guys. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into the video. Hey guys, so as you can see, I've got the engine crane or engine hoist back up again, and it's connected, or I've got it connected back up to the block. So before I carry on, it is very hot in South Africa. We're actually up in the Gauteng province, which is our summer right now. We've just gone from our spring into our summer. We are actually experiencing a heat wave. Yo, it's hot, guys. So we're averaging temperature between 33 and 35. And if you go up a little bit more north to like Pretoria and Polokwane, which is very north, up very close to the border of South Africa to Zimbabwe and Botswana, up that side, the temperatures there are looking at about roughly 36, 37. So that's Celsius. And in Fahrenheit, you're looking at about between 92 and 97 degrees Fahrenheit. So, and I just quickly did a search, and I see that the average ambient temperature in America, obviously different states will have different temperatures because of where they are based, but I think the average is about close to 84, 85 degrees from what I read. So you guys let me know. So as you guys can see, that's a whole 10 degrees Fahrenheit more. So yeah, we are, if you see the sweat running, it's just, it is very hot right now. And it's now the weekend. I'm officially on leave though, or again in America, or yeah, America and European countries, for those of you from Europe, I think you guys call it paid leave. We just call it leave, or paid days, if I'm not mistaken. So I just started today, the 13th, Friday the 13th, nogmaals. But yeah, I've managed to remove quite a bit of stuff, as you guys saw on the video. So the reason for me interrupting you and actually giving you this long monologue is this, where it's fixed onto the actual engine stand. I can't get this off. So what I need to do is, first and foremost, I need to loosen the high pressure fuel pump here, get this off this chain, and then I need to loosen just a little bit, not too much, just so that I can actually get this to pull away a little bit so that the chain can slide off. Once it comes off, then I can actually retilt this, or I can turn it over again, and then I can take, I'm going to take out the pistons, and then the crank can also come out, and then obviously we'll take a look at the bigger bearings, more specifically the crank and the main bearings, just to see if there's any excessive wear on there. So I just wanted to let you guys know why this is the way it is. But yeah, with that being said, let's get back to work. Guys, I don't know what happened there. The file for when I was actually removing the big end bearing caps, that didn't write properly, so I'm hoping this comes through. But I was just saying that when I'm looking here at the journals for the main bearings, they still look very good. Even the bearing caps, the actual bearings itself. I mean, let me bring this one in. You guys can actually see. It still looks good, eh? Gosh. Still needs a slight polish. There's one here, this one here, there's a very slight scratch. So what I'll do is I'll obviously zoom in on this when I've taken everything out, and I'll actually show you guys what this is looking like. So, but for now, I just want to just remove the big end bearing caps, so we can actually remove the pistons, and then we can take the crank out. So yeah. I don't know if there's a numerical order like in the the main bearing caps. So for now, I'm just going to take out everything just to be on the safe side. I'm going to place them, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I've hit a bit of a roadblock with this whole engine and, you know, disassembly. So as you guys saw, I've removed almost every single thing with the exception of the crank. And what's happened here is, and I think I know what the issue is. Well, I think I know why I'm not able to remove the crank. If I do this, you can actually see it, the section over here, that wants to come. It's loose here, but here's the problem. And if I look here, part of the balance shafts on either side, there's the section over here. If you guys look, I think I need to remove these bolts here, take this off, and then I think you can slide the crank a little bit forward, because then it's not going to rest on the balance shaft on this side over here. I think that'll give me the clearance to remove the crankshaft. If not, I will let you guys know. You guys will see. But yeah, so far I'm actually very excited to actually really get all the stuff into the other block. As I mentioned, the crank is looking very good. There's a few spots in there. Once I've cleaned it up, I'll let you guys know. Actually spoke with Matt about this. We did a video call, and he said that one of the things that the person can actually use just to keep it lubricated, so it doesn't rust, is brake fluid. Obviously it's not a long-term solution, even diesel, because it's got oil in there or additives in there, but just to keep, you know, the stuff from rusting. I see on the other block, on the sleeves or the cylinder walls, there's a little bit of rust, but I am going to hone that off. I am going to clean it up quite nicely. So yeah, anyway, I thought I'd let you guys know where I'm at right now, and hopefully I can get this crank out. I'm hoping this is the actual issue. If not, you guys will also see. And if this, I'm gonna get ahead of myself, if this is not the issue, or if that's not the reason for me to remove the actual crank, let me know in the comment section below what you guys would recommend I need to look at. But I'm hoping, and I'm actually 90% sure this is where the issue lies. Anyway, with that being said, let's get to work and say hello to Ollie in the background over there. Nah? Okay, let's get to work. So hey guys, so as you saw, that was actually loosening. This was actually the key to taking the crank out. Funny enough, I searched the whole of YouTube, or maybe I didn't search everywhere, but I really searched. I browsed many videos, and not one shows how to remove the crank. All of it's got to do with removing the crank pulley, so hopefully this helps someone. I'll actually make a small short with regards to if any of you want to, have a future reference for anyone else doing a similar project. Also, it is raining right now. Let me just quickly show you guys. Let me quickly. So just bear with me if there's any ambient noises, raining noises. I'm enjoying it. As I mentioned, it is a heat wave of note, and so this rain is very much welcomed up in the Highveld or Gauteng province of South Africa. Anyway, so let's quickly just clean off all of these bearings here. Now obviously I'll take them off now and then we'll actually have a look and see what's happening here. But when I looked at the other bearings, the top bearings, or whichever top or bottom. Okay, let's quickly just take this off here. It should literally just slide out like this. And okay, let me quickly grab a just quickly see. There we go. I know for a fact it's just supposed to swivel like that, but such is life, eh? Okay. I don't know if that is bad, but you guys let me know. Let me just put the autofocus back on. You guys can see. Obviously there is wear here, but I mean, I've seen other situations where this thing is wafer thin. Obviously this needs to be replaced, the main bearings. Let's go through another one. Yeah, that can just be sanded off, guys. It really, there is no, like horrible feeling, like, rigid or any cuts or anything like that. Again. This one just pulls up. Not bad. This one. Come now. Obviously we will see these marks because of the bearing resting on the same place there, so that is to be expected. And let's see this one over here. As you guys can see, so obviously I'm not too worried about this because this is the old block. I'm not really concerned about this, and I'm going to be replacing the main bearings as well. I do ever think that they are still very good, my personal opinion, but I'm not an engineer, and that might be the furthest thing from the truth. Only thing I do want to do, guys, let me quickly just take this off here, and I want to bring you guys in on this. What I do want to do is, let's quickly just focus in there. Let's quickly zoom in. You know what? Let me flip this around. Just give me 1 second. Let me show you guys where the issue lies. Yeah. Which one is it? It's this one over here. There we go. There, as you guys can see over here. So there's the cracked. Now, if I look here, the crack is just the sleeve here, and there's another one over here. Let me just get the light to shine on there. There, you guys can see over there. There's another crack running all the way down there, and then there is a third one. That one over there. So what I want to do is I'm going to take those oil sprayers out, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the sleeve out, and then just to investigate, I just want to see where the issue lies here. You know, I want to see a visible crack, because there definitely was oil mixing with the water, which could be one of two things. Either one, the head gasket popped again, or number two, because the sleeve cracked over here. Obviously I know this will really break down the compression being pulled up, so that's where you'll have a hard start. But I'm assuming, I mean, if you go, guys, let me just try and, there you guys can see. Let me just try and focus there. There we go. It's actually very bad here. It almost looks like you can pick that, you know, you can just pick it and just pull it out here. But anyway, I'm assuming that there is a crack running here in the block, and somewhere along the line, this is where the oil and water, because obviously you have oil passages here, and you have coolant passages as well. So somewhere along the line that's mixed. That's why you guys saw all that contamination that was in the motor. But yeah, let me quickly just tidy up here, and then we can have a closing conversation with regards to what's going to happen next. Alright guys, so as you can see, a lot has been done, in my opinion. I was particularly surprised, as I mentioned, when I took the crank out. I really didn't see any video online with regards to, even on the forums, with regards to removing the crank. And again, you need to remove this little sprocket that sits on top. It's part of the actual balancer or the balance shafts. So you need to remove this, This obviously sits on the outside, this is on the inside of the motor. This little bolt is on the outside. You take this out and it allows you, once you've removed every single thing, obviously all the big end bearing caps, the main bearing caps, once that's off and every single thing has been removed here, this will be the last obstacle, if I can put it that way, or the last piece to remove to get the crank. And then what happens is, as you saw, you literally slide it just a little bit forward and then it comes out. Again, like I said, I didn't see it. Only videos I saw. You guys can go check it yourself, how to remove the crank pulley. So that was very interesting. But yeah, the only daunting thing right now is there's a lot of bolts. There's a lot of things. I don't know if you guys can see. I mean, I got stuff there. That's just wheels for the Corsa. That's for 2 sets of wheels for the Corsa. That's for the Volvo. And then I got all other stuff there. The turbo, the cooler, every single thing to do with the turbo, fittings and everything there. Yeah, and there's the flex plate, more engine mounts. But what I did do, just to make sure that I know where every single thing goes, all the screws and bolts and stuff, I've left it in the actual housing, so that I don't end up with 10 extra bolts or 5 or 3 or even 1. When I'm done, I don't want to sit with that. Every single bolt must go back where it needs to go. So I'm going to, and I know a lot of you are going to say I shouldn't do this, but you know what? It's all fun and games. I'm not going to send, my plan was to send this block to the engineers. I honestly believe this crank is still, the bottom end is still 100%, guys. I'll do another follow-up video, but I mean, I showed you guys, I did a small insert with regards to what I found with the crank. I am going to hand polish it, just to, you know, with some emery paper, just to make sure that it's nice. It is smooth. There are absolutely no divots. There's nothing, like, I mean, if I run my nail across, no matter where I go, there's no like ridge or anything, you know, where my nail gets stuck in. I also fitted the big end and the main bearing caps with the actual bearings on, and you know, it's just flush. There's no, and I know these things are measured, you know, like by the millimeter, so you really can't see by hand, but if I look at this, there's absolutely no scouring at any point on this crank, on the pistons. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy new big end bearing caps, mains, and I'm not going to get oversized. I'm going to get the stock size. So I've got all the part numbers, obviously on the actual bearings. So I'm going to buy stock standard bearing, main bearings, stock standard big end bearings. Not going to buy anything oversized. I'm going to lightly sand the crank or the journals, just to make sure that it's 100%. So when it seats, it's nice. Obviously new rings. Then we're going to move on to fitting everything back again. My only thing, I think I might send this in for the engineers. I have a sneaky suspicion when I sent the car to the people that did the head, which was Steve's, not Steve's Auto Clinic, Steve's BMW. They were here, somewhere in Alberton. My honest opinion is that they didn't do, I don't think they did a good job of, clearly, you know, when I collected the car, the thing was still overheating. They didn't pick up that the third cylinder wall, there was 3 cracks. So when I drove home from collecting the car, paying all the exorbitant money that I did, the car was still overheating. There was excessive oil and water mixture. So it really, what they did, they really just fitted everything back without examining and telling me, hey buddy, listen, you need to replace the block because it's not the head. And they schemed the head. So yeah, that head, I'm very, very concerned. They schemed it, and I think it's gone, I think they schemed too much. So I think I need to buy another head. I need to buy a head that's come off a car where there was no overheating issues whatsoever. So like an accident damage from behind. There were 2 people that I reached out to, so I'm gonna go see them and get that head. But I'm gonna send that head in. Obviously I can't do it now. It's December the 14th. No, it's the 15th if I'm not mistaken today. Yeah, December 15th. So a lot of the engineering places have closed. So all of this can only be done next year January when everything opens up again. And then when that happens, I'll send it in. I'll give you guys some feedback with regards to what they say about that head. And the thing is, even with that head, I would need to get a specific, I think there's, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's 2 oversized head gaskets that you can buy for this engine. You know, with me having to fit, I'm going to be fitting the stock bottom end stuff. I'd like the head to be the same as well. So I think just to be on the safe side, I'm going to buy another second-hand head and then use a normal head gasket, stock standard head gasket, and then obviously fit everything back in. Then the interesting part will be setting up the timing. I've never done the timing on this car or on a BMW for that matter. So I've watched a lot of videos. I think I know what I need to do, guys. I really do. It's going to be interesting to see that I do everything properly, and then obviously put this back in, and then let's see what happens from there. But with that being said, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are with my plan with regards to refitting everything back onto this block here. Let me know what you guys think. I'd really love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Yeah, and with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please consider clicking that subscribe button, then hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my future uploads. Again, I'll add this to the playlist with regards to the E90. And as always, guys, and most importantly to you and your loved ones, please stay safe out there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.